So how many of you tried Bootstrap adding link to your HTML page and tried any of the Bootstrap example yesterday? Or you have any doubts from yesterday's class? Yes, tell me, Avina. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Recording video, is it? Okay, that I will upload. But whatever the whatever I explained in the class, did you understand that and did you try anything in using the link? Okay. So I want you guys to try one example using a bootstrap, so that how to add the bootstrap in your HTML page, that will be, that is more important. So recording is fine, but if you are listening to the class, then it is easy to, again, I'll upload, you can again go through those videos also. Okay. But this one, I want you guys to try on your own, at least adding one bootstrap link on your HTML page, and then only will be getting more doubts and you will get, more questions on how to use and more doubts also, right? So you try with any of the examples today. Okay, I'll HTML. So today I want you guys to try on your own. Okay, adding the link, everything. Okay. So see, we have Bootstrap 5. Okay, this is the correct version that we are using. Okay, there are some improvements in Bootstrap 5. Okay, like they have dropped the jQuery and some forms have been revamped, and some new utility classes have been added, and also some Bootstrap new icons have been added, and there's something new components like off canvas, accordion. So these things have been added inside the Bootstrap now. Okay, this is a new version of Bootstrap 5. Okay. So see, as I told you yesterday, there is a Bootstrap getbootstrap.com. Inside this, there's a 5 docs. As soon as you go, see, this is the first topic. Okay. So this is the website where you will be copying the code based on your requirement. Okay. These things we anyways cannot remember everything for sure. Even when we are coding also, we will be going to this Bootstrap website here, and we will be copying the code based on our requirement. Okay, so as soon as we go, this is bundle, and this is the JavaScript bundle, as I told you. So first thing what you will be doing is you need to copy this, and here doc type HTML. Okay, head and body. So this is a normal HTML structure. So inside the head, you will be adding this link, CSS link. Okay, and inside the body, you will be adding this JS bundle. Okay, this is a script. This is a JS bundle. Okay, and here inside this, you add the script. Okay, so this is how you will add Bootstrap in your HTML page. This link and this script also you need to add. That you will get if you just go scroll down a little bit. You will be having some examples. In every example, they'll be using this meta tags. Okay, and adding your head tag again about link. So now your Bootstrap code is ready in your HTML. It's ready. Okay. So now let's see what all the functions that we have in Bootstrap. See, these are all the layout design. Yesterday I told you about breakpoints, right? Breakpoints is nothing but based on the screen resolution for responsive web design. You will be using the large devices. So these are the shortcut for small SM, MD, LG. So these things we will be using. Okay, let's see one example with that now. And there is something like components. See, what is accordion? I told accordion. Accordion means, see, this is a page. Okay, collapse this. So this will get collapsed. If I want to expand this, if you click on this, this will expand. So to write this code using just HTML and CSS, we will take a lot of time. Instead, what we will do, this is below this, you will be having the code for this. Okay, so you just have to copy this particular code and add it in your body part. I have added. So now when I execute this, see, I got this. I got the complete code. I can do collapse. See? And you can change the content according to your requirement. You can change even the header here. See, now I'm getting this accordion. This is a list of 3 items. Okay, UL and LI tags. And here I'll be using whatever the content that I want. I can even change the name of it. I can even change the width of this. So you modify however you want according to your requirement. But the base content you have got. This is the logic. You don't need to add any logic on click of this. This is the same, right? Whenever you are seeing this button, wherever it is, you will be doing either expand or collapse using this button. So this logic is already has been implemented using this. Okay. So that way you just have to use the functions that is there inside the Bootstrap. If something is not there according to your requirement, then you have to go for designing on your own. Otherwise, whatever you have in the group, I mean in the Bootstrap document, you can use everything. See, now I have something buttons also. Now link button, input buttons are, and put it in my div here. Here I just add this when I here. It is just a copy paste. It takes very less time to write all this code. So let's say, do one example now. Okay. This is how you copy code. Okay. Now we will see. Yeah, yesterday actually before ending the class, I was showing you one carousel example and then we lost the connection, right? So, and then let's go ahead with the others. See what is carousel? We have something like carousel where we are just sliding the things. See, first slide, second slide. Plus we I got that. It's still loading. Yeah. See, now I got right here. Did you see the carousel in Achiever site? Also, we have the carousel. Yeah. See here, as soon as I click on this, it is moving to the next one. It is just taking time, but it will move to the next slide. See? So when you item now that was only the source of this image. So I have added Angular training, React training, full stack, image tag. So source I have given, but every other things are the same. Okay. So now if I execute this, see, I got this image. When I click on this, it will move to the next slide. See, I got this. So when I move again, I'll get the next one. Okay, so here if I go back, it will give me like this. So I have written for doing the same task. See, on click of previous, on click of next, we have all these buttons we are doing here. This, it is doing some action here, right? So these things are already being implemented. So we are just replacing the image here, with whatever we need. Okay. So this is how you will be using Bootstrap in your page. Okay. So let's go and see the other example now. So now I will add some 4 to 5 images in my page, and let's see how. And inside this, we'll be adding. The caption. So like this, I'll just add. For image, I'll take here. Okay. The one is Angular. This is I have some 4 images I have taken here. Okay. I'll just name this caption. This is Angular. HTML. And here it's yes. Okay. See, now I have not added any classes. I just added images here. So this is how I'm getting it. Now, if I want to add a class here, now for this, I will add a class. Okay. And here I'm adding classes. Row I will add. Here I will add container. See here, container, there is a fixed and fluid, I told you. See, if I use fixed, see, when I use fixed, it is occupying the entire page. See, it's coming towards this end, right? There is no space at all here. Okay. But when I use fluid, see, now I got a space here. Okay. So this is a difference between container fluid and container fixed. Okay. Now I want, see, this is a class I was talking about yesterday, right? When you add class as call MD based on this number, for 3 means how many columns I need for 4 images. So 3 into, so if I use this class here, see, now I got everything in one line. Are you able to understand? So this is how, as I told, it is divided into 12 columns. You want me to explain once again? Yeah, I'll explain it. See, this yesterday I told you for responsive web designs, we will be using in a row, we will be having 12 columns. Okay. So that 12 columns, how did I do? They have a web page like this, and this will be divided into 12 columns like this. Okay. So we have this many columns. Okay. 12 columns we'll be having in a row. Now we have 4 images now, right? 4 images. If we want 4 images to be fit in one particular row, how it should be divided? Each image should take 3 column width, right? So 3 into 4 is 12, right? So that is what I'm doing here. In the code, I am dividing that one row into 4 images. So without this, see, if I don't give this class, then it will not know, it will take the entire row. Okay, but now I don't want that to take entire row. Instead, I am dividing it into 4 columns. So that is the reason I am getting it in a 3 column width. I'll just put border here. From Bootstrap also you can do it. Okay. Now I want for figure. See now, are we able to see how it is divided? It's 3 column width it is taken. Now, if I reduce, now I go and inspect this. I have given for medium devices. This responsive, this toggle device toolbar. As soon as I go here, you can see. See, this is for responsive, responsive of the resolution 846 into 445. So 846 means it is medium, medium devices. Okay. So I have given 4 column width. So it is adjusting to 4 column here. But if I reduce this, see, now I got, it is less than medium. It is for smaller devices. So automatically it came to a, in each row it is taking this much, right? So if I give this to for larger devices, it's about 1000 pxLB. See, again it came back to one row. It is adjusting to one row. Okay, this is how it will adjust, and always you keep this as 100% width so that it will be, I mean, correctly shown, like how actually in the screen size it will be visible. Okay, so for 1000 pixel it is adjusting to this, but here I have given only for medium. For medium devices, I want it to be 4 columns. So for medium devices, if I'm using some 770 pixel, even then it is just reducing to smaller size of the image, that's all, but it is not coming to the next line. Okay, so if at all I change this, now I want medium device for the first image only, I want some 6. Okay, and if I'm using the first image as 6 and I want the rest to be adjusted, right? See here I've given 3, 3, 3, which is more than 12 now. 6 plus 3 is 9, 9 plus 3 is 12, 12 plus 3 is 15. So now I already 6 I have used, only I have 6. So how I should do here? I should adjust this to 2, 2, 2, right? For making it 12. So if I see, this has occupied more space now, and these things are adjusted in the same row. If I give more now, if I give more than 12 now, I want this to be 4. Okay, to the next line, because more than 12 means it will go out of the page. That is the reason it is coming to the next line, next row it started. Am I clear how the grid this is divided, the column divided? Did you understand it here? Who asked me the question of that column medium device? Did you understand now? Okay, okay. So this is how the image will be. You need to adjust the image in one row based on the small device. See, if at all I give this as small, you can give small also, or you can give both. For medium, I want this to be 3, 3, 3. Okay. Give for smaller devices, you need 4. You can give like this for small also, you can give medium also, you can give, if you have extra large, you can give for extra large. You can keep changing the width of the columns. Okay, so these things you can see when you give a responsive web design. Now for smaller images also I have given. Okay, so 580. This is 580 for smaller devices. So it's coming to the next line because I have given 4, 4. So 4, 4, 8, 8 plus 12, and it is exceeding 12. So it is coming down for smaller device also. Okay. So if you want only one image should be displayed in one row, then for smaller device, don't give anything. At that time, it will take one only. Or if you want only 2 to be. See, now I have only two images displayed for smaller devices. Okay, this is how you divide the columns. Let's go and see what are all the next properties that we have in Bootstrap. Okay, and one thing that you have to do is one example that you will be adding in your HTML page, and the other task is you have to go through all the document, what all we have inside this Bootstrap. I want you guys, I'll be explaining few of them, not everything. Okay, we cannot, I mean, we cannot cover each and everything here, so you just want to see what all the things that we have. See, we have, do you know what is off canvas? See how it works. So button width, see, this is the off canvas. When your sliding is coming from the right side. Okay, so this is called as off canvas. We have something that it can come from toggle off, top off canvas. So it is coming from top. We have something for right. So this is coming from right. We have for bottom also. So this is coming from the bottom. Okay, so these are the things that we have. Carousel we saw, right? What is carousel we saw? What is accordion we saw? Drop downs. Okay, so these are all the buttons and all the ready-made I mean styles, all the ready-made code that you will be getting. So you go through everything what all we have in the components, in the form elements. Okay, in the forms it is for input or radio buttons. So all these things, it is all ready-made or what we need. You until user enter something, okay, then that entered text should be carried to the next backend. So at that time, you will be using all the form elements. So these are also which is ready. Checks and radio buttons. See, this is a checkbox. Okay. The radio buttons is this. You can select. So these things are which are ready made. So you need to add, you just have to copy and paste it in your code. So the code will be ready for you. This is the code that you, I mean, this is the output you will be getting when you copy this code. Okay. So go through this document today and come back tomorrow with when you have any doubts, and try adding the CSS and JS code in your HTML page. Okay. So let's go and see what are all the properties that we can use, classes that we can use in Bootstrap. So today I'll show you the buttons. Let's see what are all the buttons we have and what colors we will be having. Now, see, this is a primary and warning. Okay. This is also which is ready here when you go to buttons. Till now in CSS, what we were using for red color, red, green, blue. So these are the things that we were using, right, in CSS for colors. Now what we have to use, if we are using Bootstrap, then we have to use these text. For primary you will be getting blue, for secondary you will be getting gray. Okay, for success it's green, for danger it's red, for warning it's yellow, info is for blue. So like this we have several colors. So if you want to use for your button these colors, you have to name it accordingly. See, this is a class that you'll be using for buttons. Button primary, if you give, it will be giving you primary button, means the color of the button will be this one, blue color. Okay, here it is for warning, I'm getting yellow color. So this is just a normal basic button that you will be adding. Okay, using this button primary and warning. Okay, so let's see what. See, now I have anchor text A. So for anchor text, I have info, button info I have, and button primary font weight is bold. So this is how you will be using. Font weight means if you want bold or italic, so you can change it. So just see, I got the info anchor tag, primary anchor tag. This is anchor, but which is acting as a button. We have given anchor tag. A is anchor, right? This is for a link, but that should be displayed as a button. Means you will be adding class as button here. Okay, so the same class will be using, but if I have used info here, so I am getting this blue color, light blue I am getting for info. But if I'm using primary, I am getting dark blue here. So based on the class name, it will change. Now, if I want to make it as danger button, you will be giving what is the name that we saw for danger? Yeah, it's danger. Now, if I just change that to danger, okay. And font weight, see, you see the font weight of this and font weight of this. This is in bold. I've given a font weight as bold here. Is there anything called italic? Let me check. When I don't know. So it's font weight bold. Okay. So this is for font weight. You can use it this way if you want to use bold, and these are the color size, or for small button, medium button. Okay. See, now this is a larger button. This is a small button, right? So this also same way how we used for column, medium devices, small devices. Likewise, for anywhere when you want to use small, medium, large, see here, I've used button large, button small here, right? I'm using a button class here. I want button large. So I'm using LG, and I want the color for that button is danger, right? So I'm using large button and danger as a color. And here I'm using small button and the color is warning, small warning button. Okay, so that is the reason I'm getting button outline secondary, right? So outline is, you can see a outline for this button. Can you see the outline here? As soon as I hover it, see here, it is changing the color also. So as soon as you hover it, it will change the color to this one. So these are all the class that you need to understand how it will be useful. So this is the outline that you are getting. What is the secondary color that we saw here? The secondary is gray. Okay. So I want, when I hover it, I want the color to be, when I go to this buttons on hover it, it is changing to secondary color. If I just come out, it is giving me the warning color. Okay, this is how the buttons colors that you can change using Bootstrap. It's all small unit. Using CSS, we used to write so much of classes for all these, right? We used to write a style tag, and inside that, for every tag you need to write a style class. So now the code has been reduced by just using one small class like this. Only thing is, it takes time to understand what are all the classes available in the Bootstrap, and according to that, based on the situation requirement, you will be using that particular class. So that is the only thing that you need to learn here. What are all the classes available and when to use what. Okay, this is about set button here. Now, if we want to change the style of the buttons, so this is an outline primary, outline one. Okay, outline, see the outline easily now. There is a border for the button, right? On hover, I am getting this blue. This is on hover, I am getting warning. So this is nothing but outline that you will be giving for a button. This is also a style of button that you will be giving. That's all here. Okay, button styles. And if you want to group the buttons, you have many buttons and you want to group it into one. Okay, see now I have a class called button group. Okay, when I give button group, all the buttons inside this div will be grouped together. See, I have a button. I'm using button primary, button secondary, button info. Okay, so I have 3 buttons now. Button 1, 2, 3. Now I want to group this. Let's see how it looks now. As soon as I group, see, there is no gap, right, between each button. Here it acts separately only. Sorry, it acts separately only, but only thing is, to see, it looks as a one button. Just because of the colors, it is differentiating, and there is no gap between each button. So this is how you need to group the buttons. Okay, so this many classes that you can change according to the requirement. You can change if you don't group, and like how we use the buttons like this. If you want to group it, you have to use this button group as a class and write classes inside this button primary, secondary, info, whatever the color you want. Okay, am I clear? Any doubts with these buttons? Okay, so this is about buttons. Let's go and see the. So now we'll see the padding, how we can give the margins, padding, everything that we will see now. Okay. See, now I have BG means background. Okay. In the first day, what I have given background primary, margin 1 and padding 1. Okay, so this is how you give margin and padding. We used to write completely, right, what is the margin and padding that we need to give for in CSS. But here we will be just giving M1, P1, and 1 being the highest, 1 being the least, and 5 being the highest. You cannot give more than 5 or more than this one. So it will start from 1 and 5. Okay, so you need to give within this range only, and this is a minimum margin and padding that you will be giving, and this is a maximum margin and padding that you will be giving. Okay, so let's see here how. See, with minimum 1 padding, this is the margin and padding that you will be getting here, but maximum I have given 5, 5. So see how much I have given here. The gap that you can see, this is 5 padding and 5 margin. Okay, and also you can define y-axis and x-axis, in which direction you need the padding. There is x and y-axis alone. So if you give my, then it is a margin in y direction. and padding in X direction. This is PX if you give, padding is in X direction, margin is in Y direction. So that is the reason I'm getting, see here, you are getting a padding here, right? It is in, sorry, margin is in Y direction and padding is in X direction. If I don't give this, see here, I'll just remove X and Y. Now how it looks. See, I am not giving any Y direction and X direction here. I'm just giving 3 and 5 as a margin. Okay, so it is just taking a margin as 3 and padding around the div. But if I give it as margin only in Y direction, it is giving, and only in X direction, it is giving a 5. At that time, you can see the change now. See? Okay, so this is for directions, you can use MY, PX or MX for margin in X if you want it in a reverse way. Margin in X, and here you want it in Y. At that time, again, it just will change. See? Here margin I have given in X direction. This is X direction. Padding is in Y direction that I have given. So only in Y direction I'm getting the padding here. Means above and below I'm getting here padding. Okay. So this is how you give margins based on the direction. Now let's see. This is MT and MB. What does it mean? Margin top, margin bottom. Okay. And S and E you will be giving. Here we will not be giving left and right. It is start and end always. Okay. So margin top, bottom, start, end. So we have this many styles. Before in CSS, we used to give padding left, padding right and all, right? So here we will be giving start and end, top and bottom. So that is the reason we will be giving with MT means margin top, MB is margin bottom, MS is margin start, ME is margin end. Okay, the same thing applies for this padding start, padding end, padding bottom. Okay, so we will be giving style class like this. Whenever, how I mean, based on the requirements. See, now I have given, it's like we are padding, margin, bottom, left, everything we have given here. So it is displaying you based on whatever the number that we have given. The margin top is 3, so it is taking some margin top. So if I margin end is only 1 I have given. See, that is the reason I have given very less margin. So if I give margin, see, now I have got more margin at the end, right? And here padding start I have given 5, so it is taking 5. So if I change this to 1, see here it started from the starting only, it is giving me here margin. Are you able to see the change, or you want me to explain it again, or any doubts you have? Shall I go ahead? Okay, I assume that you understood everything. So let's see the borders, how we can give borders. Okay, this is about margin and padding that I showed you. MP, okay, you can give like this. Now for borders. Okay, see, we have default border, means we have margin 3 and padding 3. That's all I have given, and default just a border I have given as a class. So if I give just a border, it is all side, you will be getting a borders here. Okay, so this is a default border. Okay, so now I want border only on top and start. So this is individual borders that I've given. See, I've given top and start. Start, as I told you, there is no left and right here. It's a start and end. So here I'm giving start. So that is the reason I'm getting border top and border start, means only in those 2 directions I'm getting a border. Okay, and there is a start and success. Border success means what is the color of the success? It's green, right? So I'll be getting border in green color. See, you can see a green color here. right? So this is a green color which I've given border start. So I'll give this as top now. If I give top, I got border on top, green colored border I got. Okay. So if I don't give anything, no, I'll not give anything. I'm just giving border success. Okay. I'm not given border here. So border along with that, you need to give a color. So if I just give border, see, I got in all the directions, I got the border. It's a full border, default border. Okay. So if you don't mention anything, it will take it as default border always. Only if you mention top, right, end, get it only at the end. See, I got here at the end, I got the border. Okay. So this is about border success. You can change the border color by appending the color here. Success, primary, info, warning, danger, any color that you can give for the border. It should be for border hyphen and the color name. So this is how you will be giving the border for this. So, I mean, for any borders. Now you want the thicker border. You want like border 1px, 2px we were giving, right? Based on the thickness. So here what we do is border 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, anything that you can give. So border 5 is given. That is the reason I'm getting a thicker border here. See, it is so thick now, this border. You can reduce it to 3 if you want. So as soon as I reduce it to 3, it will check. See, it has become little thin compared to 5. See, it looks like a default border only. The thickness is just like this. Okay. So by default, it will be like this. Okay. So thicker will be giving 5. Now we want rounded corners. So rounded corners is you want see here, you can see the round, right? There is no sharp edge here for the border. There is a slight curve at the end. Okay. So this is called rounded borders. So you will be giving as rounded for border. You will be giving the class as rounded. So you will be getting rounded corners. So here it is border 4 is given. So again border 4 means that is a thickness again. So if I give 5, it is more thicker, you can switch it. So you can add one or the other. I mean, multiple classes you can keep on adding based on the requirement. If you want thicker border, rounded corners, color change. So everything you can keep adding in one class. So it will based on the classes that you have added, it will consider all the classes and give you the output. Okay. So this is for rounded corners. You will be using this one. There is one more class called rounded pill border. Okay. Pill means you saw this. See here. You can see this, right? Complete curve, the end. Okay. So this is about rounded pill corners. Okay. So here also the thickness is given and I have mentioned rounded pill. So this is how the class is defined for this rounded pill. If you give rounded hyphen pill, you will be getting that particular border with that rounded pill. Okay. So these are all the styles that you can use for a border. Okay. Now let's see these two and wind up. It's okay, right? Another 10 minutes. Okay. See here, now we will see what is box shadow. Can you see there is a shadow kind of a box here? There is a shadow here, right? This white is highlighted and there is a below, there is a shadow for this. Okay. So this is just an effect for any, I mean, if you want any box and it should be some shadow there, then you can give this small box shadow and this is for large box shadow or medium large. See, you just have to name it as a shadow for small box. Small box means it is not much visible, it is little light. Okay, but here it is a large, means the shadow is more here. By default, it is, if you give shadow, it is a large box shadow. If you don't give anything, it is large. Okay, and if you specify small, I mean, see here, if I give, see here, it's not visible now. See, small box, it's not visible at all. Okay, but for large, this is how it will be. it looks more prominent when you give. By default, it is the shadow. Okay, you will be getting this just a effect for a box. If you are giving some box, if you want a shadow for this, you can use shadow. Okay. So this is how the shadow is used. If you just want a shadow, you give the shadow as a hint. It's all there in the name itself. Okay. Only thing is you just have to understand how to give. Shadow means the shadow is the only class name that you'll be using. Rounded corners, see, everything is easy to understand. Rounded means rounded corners you will be getting. Border, end, top. So every classes is like that only. See, there is nothing that something new has come up. It is just a shortcut. Margin top, empty. Margin bottom, MB. So it is like easy to understand with shortcuts there. Okay, there is nothing like confusing as such. Only thing is, if you keep trying with multiple examples, you will get used to all these classes. Okay, so this is about box shadow. Let's see the last topic for today, that is font weight. Okay, see now I have bold text. Okay, see now I have a bold text. So bold is when you get it in a bold format. See, bold text I have got. Okay, and there is font weight called bolder text. So it also looks the same. Only thing is it is, see, this is also, there is one more called font weight as bolder. Okay, so this is a bolder text and this is a bold text. And when you compare it with normal text, you will understand. See, this is a normal text. Okay, with it, when you compare everything with this one, so that you will see the difference. There is a normal without any class. I have given this as a normal text. Okay, so here this is a bolder text. Now I have given light text. See, the font has become little light here, more lighter than this normal text, right? So if you want it to be light, you can give this as a light text. And this is FST, is a font style. So actually I want to try this italic for with font weight. Font weight doesn't have italic. I thought I was trying like this actually previously. Font style for it. So you have to give FST. When you give FST, this has changed to italic style of a text. Okay. FST is a font style. FW is font weight. Okay, so you can give font weight, font style, font. If you want to change any text appearance, you can use this font styles and font weight. So this is how the text appearance will change according to whatever the class that you have defined here. Okay. Am I clear till now? Any doubts in Bootstrap till now, whatever I have explained? Okay, we'll cover few more topics tomorrow on this with more examples. Okay. So today we covered this margin padding and buttons and how to add images, like you saw the grid, how it works, right? So I'll be taking a couple of more examples and show you tomorrow about what all classes we have in Bootstrap. Okay. So shall we call it a day? We'll continue tomorrow again from here. Okay. If you have any doubts, you can message me in the group or you can call me. Okay. We can talk on this. Thank you, everyone.